Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Mark. It's April 2nd and this is English class. Today we're going to write a paragraph. This is the start now of the fourth day of distance learning. What is distance learning, you ask? Well, usually when we're learning, we're all in the same room together. Distance is that thing you measure with centimeters or meters or kilometers. So what we're doing now is learning just from a distance. And I wanted to know what you guys thought about it so far. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to write a paragraph telling the teacher what you think about distance learning. We get to pick two things that we like and one thing that we don't like. The trick is we get to use 3 words from the Wonder reading that we wrote in our notebooks. Do you guys remember when we read Wonder every day, we try and write down words that we don't know and then we write the definition? So we have some of those words. We get to pick 3 and we're going to try and use those in our paragraph. I have an example and these directions actually all typed up, and I'll include a link just below this video so you guys can see an example. I can give you some ideas to kind of get your creative minds thinking. But yeah, the step-by-step instructions, we're just going to pick 2 things you like about distance learning, learning from home, and 1 thing that you don't like. Then we're going to write a paragraph using 3 of those vocabulary words from the Wonder story. Let's see, I thought of some examples, some things that you might like about working or learning at home. One good thing, I think, is you get to go at your own pace. In class, sometimes we kind of all move at the same pace, and sometimes that's too slow, sometimes that's too fast for people, so this way you can kind of go your own pace. I think that's a good thing. You can take breaks whenever you want to, you know. Everyone's a little different. Sometimes you get a little tired a little sooner, so it's good. You can just take a break if you want. Some other ones I thought of. If you don't like the class jobs, you don't have to be the caboose, so that's a good thing. One thing I have noticed is lunch is much better at my house. I always have exactly what I want to eat every day. At school, sometimes not so much. Other things, I was thinking things that I don't like about distance learning. And some examples would be, it's harder to answer questions. You guys have been doing really good about asking me questions, and then I can kind of tell everyone that way. So you guys make it easy, but it is a little more difficult to have a conversation, I think. Another thing is when I'm answering things or explaining things, even like this in this video, I can give you the information, but it's a little hard because I don't see your faces when I tell you, so it can be a little harder to explain things this way. So that's one thing I don't like about it. So then, in the example that I've given you guys, I wrote up a paragraph that talks about some of those things, and I used some words from the Wonder book, and I highlighted them and I made them big and bold, that way you can see them. So that's all we have to do. Think of 2 things you like about distance learning and 1 thing that you don't like. And then we'll write a paragraph, and when you're finished, just send a photo to me or Teacher An, and you're all finished. If you have any questions, just let me know. Good luck, everybody.